God dang it. I'm telling you right now. Oh, well, hold on. Hold your phone. Hold the phone. Who was first? Jason Tidwell. God dang it. Steve Kreitz can't catch it fast enough. Ladies and gentlemen, every show we're going to have an early bird special. Every single show. The first comment that gets up there is going to be chance at winning billions, not just millions, but billions of dollars on a scratch off ticket. Jason Tidwell, you are again the winner. When you are a rich man, we will come and check you out. You were fifth. Facebook, you were fifth over there. Hello, my lovies. Kathy Cordy, good to see you. Steve Kreitz in the house. Rob Bailey, holy smokes, all the way from Trenton, Michigan. God dang, a little gold blue to you, sir. Guys, Lori Merzick is in the house watching. Hopefully she can't watch it, Bailey. Bailey lives in her own home now, so I apologize for screwing that up. Holy smoke. Pat Neese, the good neighbor. Good to see you, young lady. Good to see you. It is Wednesday night. You know it's all right. Here's what we got. Today's topic, that ain't in the pictures. Episode 185, talking real estate. That ain't in the pictures. The reason, my big rule of thumb is you got to go and look at a house, and that'll be our big deep dive today. That ain't in pictures because I'm telling you right now, I would tell you hundreds of people go in houses and go, what the heck is that? Oh my, what? It doesn't look like that in the pictures. So I'm telling you. Guys, also, Mike McLaughlin will be with us. He's coming in a little late today because I think he's fixing the brick wall, making sure the brick wall is nice and clean and cleansed. So I think that's coming up too. So stay tuned for that. All right. So let's go with the first curious realtor question. Are the Lions for real, ladies and gentlemen? I've not heard this much buzz about the Lions in a long time. They won one preseason game so far, so we should probably call them the Super Bowl champs pretty soon. Are they for real? Jimmy Capelli in the house, our favorite Torch Lake man. You know he's going to say something ridiculous to add a little color to the show. There he is.
Hi, Jimmy.
Tracy Schultz, the forever Packers fan, says SOL. SOL. Oh, yeah. What do you guys think? Are the Lions for real? Chris Bergeron is watching. Holy moly. Just in case you didn't think she was watching, she's letting you know. But guys, are the Lions for real this year? I want to know what you think. Lions, Tigers, and Bears, only in Oz, my friend. Yes, sir. That is true. That is definitely true. I'm like, really? I'm telling you, if you run away with Jimmy Capelli, I'm gonna know about it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right. So it looks like people are still gonna go with the same old Lions, grab the 10-7. If they're lucky, you heard it here. All right, Trace, I got you. Trace, did you get your fantasy football figured out? Chris Bergeron says the Lions are for real, Trace. I don't know. She says Mama's not ever wrong, right? She says the Lions are for real. So we'll see. I don't know. I have not heard this much buzz about the Lions in a long time. So I just was curious what you guys thought about it. That's all. I'm into. Okay. All right. Let's see. So here's the thing. And I guys, I don't know. The new Lions throwback logo should stay retired. Yeah. I hear that too. Here's what I hear a lot also out in the world these days. Coming down the AM dump that reel. She's see, there she is. The love affair with Jimmy Capelli. So I hear this a lot too, and I don't. It gets earlier and earlier every year, and I think they push us. The retailers push it on us too by having Halloween stuff in like July and stuff like that. But when do you think the actual official end of summer? What's your official end of summer? Because I'm telling you right now, some kids are back at school. I saw some kids on Facebook in Brighton that were in school today. Today's the 15th of August. It's a long time from now. I mean, it's like 20 days from 3 weeks from now. So when is your official end of summer, guys? Talk to me. Facebook user says Labor Day. What do you got? What do you got? So is Labor Day it? Is it the fall solstice or whatever it is September 21st or whatever? With the way the weather has been lately, December. You can trust our contractor, Tracy Schultz, giving a little fun feedback there. Labor Day, Chris Bergeron says, August 18th is the end of summer? Why? Why August 18th, Jay? Tell me. I'd go Labor Day. Okay. What do you think, guys? I'm asking everybody. What's your official end of summer? What is it? Oh, good Lord. Something went wrong. Got to reload. The official end of summer. What is it? What is it? What is it? Put it in the chat, please. Put it in the chat, please. Time to wrap the pool because those darn leaves start dropping. Yeah, I don't want to hear about the word pool, my friend. I don't want to hear about the word pool. Oh, yeah. When these rich leave and I can go, what? When these riches leave, I can act like I live in the north. Jesus Christ, me. Buddy, come on, Torch Lake. Come on. Life can't be that rough in Torch Lake, my friend. It's a nice place. I'm telling you. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. It's crazy. All right. So, there's a man deep in a cavern that we can't disclose that knows more about mortgages than anyone else in the land. Plus, he's a great cook. The hardest working man in mortgages. Here he comes, the James Brown of that realm. Mike McLaughlin in the house. How are you, sir? Uh-oh. Hang on, buddy. I got no sound. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I got a sound issue. Hang on. Let's see. What do we got going on here? Hold on, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, there we go.
There, holy but Jesus, the whole world was coming to an end. Mike McLaughlin, I gave you that great intro when you flopped it, you and I both.
Yeah, and then I had my microphone off. Yeah, I was wondering who you were talking about, who's locked away in a cave, because it's not me.
Well, you're behind a brick wall, man. Come on, talk to me.
It's just another brick in the wall, Scott.
Yes, it is. Just another brick in the wall. Tech difficulties. Oh, jeez. He lost his voice. That's pretty good. Oh, yeah, yeah. Was there an earthquake at the
I'll tell you, hey, is this thing on? I'll tell you what, the Lions are for real.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Why? What makes you think that?
They revamped their entire secondary. They brought in, they had a guy who really emerged at safety last year, and then they brought in another safety who's just, without like naming the players, they drafted great depth in the cornerback, as well as signed great depth in the backfield, the secondary. Their defense, which started off very poor last year, really started to develop as players got accustomed, Kirby Joseph, other players. And this year they added on those veterans that they never had. I'm telling you, they're going to be a very dangerous football team.
So we got, let's see, as real as your brick wall from Steve Kreutz. We got blah, 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 blah. Same old Lions, my friend.
Oh, I don't want to see that.
Lions will be 9-9. Let's see. Pat Nee said, go Lions. There we go.
Pat knows.
I'm telling you. So we'll see. What happens. So tell us, one time at band camp, what happened?
No, we had a great time last week. Okay, the one time at band camp, there was a tornado that set down 30 miles to the west of us, and we spent about an hour on Friday evening in the basement. 100 kids. Oh, look at that. Looks like we lost Scott there, huh?
There we go. Now we're good. Sorry. Just trying
to fix
I was saying,
something. Yeah, we lost, or we had a tornado touch down about 30 miles to the west of us on Friday, which is that one that was in Perry. And we were in the basement for about an hour on Friday night.
Really? Holy smokes.
Yeah, so that's the one time at band camp. With 120 of us.
There we go. Now we got some comments. Tell us, got to give me a cheap house. Stop talking about the weather.
Well, he needs to be talking to you about the cheap house, right?
Yeah, no kidding. Hey, Jason Tidwell says, wow, basement band camp sounds more exciting than regular band camp.
I'd say it's about equal. It was definitely more tense for the kids, that's for sure.
Says, hey, yes, Steve, 9-9 and 17 games are going to lose the bye week. Oh, yeah,
Tracy
yeah,
knows.
Yeah. All right.
So Michael, Tracy knows with his cheese head there, right?
Oh, yeah. So tell me about, you're my hero in a basement with 100 kids. Yeah, you ain't kidding, buddy.
Yeah, we survived.
You did survive. Listen, I talked to, was it Saturday night? Was it Saturday night you were coming back?
Yeah, Saturday afternoon, yeah.
It sounded like he's got a prize fight. He was like, man, I was trying everything I had. It was rough, buddy.
It was a rough one for those kiddos, yep.
Oh, yeah. So tell us something about mortgages, my friend. What's going on in that world?
Well, things are going pretty smooth over here. We're still getting our home purchasers into their loans and closing on them so they can become homeowners. The market's been getting beaten up and down left and right, but we go through ups and we go through downs, and we'll manage to make it to the next down on rates.
Yeah, I mean, Mike, so here's the thing. I just get tired of this speculation about when rates are going to come down, all that stuff. I mean, they will eventually, yeah, probably.
Yeah. I mean, they always have. So we're not this isn't that special. Once we get through all this stuff here with inflation and with what's happening in Russia, we'll go back in the normal cycles again, just like we always have. History has told us that. So rates will come down just as they have gone up. And we're already starting to see, as you can attest to, we're seeing an increase in inventory in homes right now. It's not a huge increase, but we'll take whatever increase we can get.
Yeah, I got you there. It like I still continue to hear about stuff like crashing and all this other ridiculousness. There's nothing out there.
No, there's no concerns with property values crashing. They're the backbone of our financial system, real estate,
Yep.
property values. And there's no similarities between what's happening now and what happened 15 years ago with the housing crisis that was built upon bad financial uh, institutions, to say,
Yep.
so that were not designed to fail. And that is not the case. That's happening now. Property values are strong and they're not going anywhere.
Mike, let me ask you this question. So, and maybe it'll help people to kind of soften up on the rates thing. If you paid a point, right? What does that break down? A quarter?
Yeah, that's about right. Anywhere between, say, a quarter and 3/8 of a point. So if the going rate is 7%, and you've got $100,000 mortgage, and you pay $1,000, you could potentially take that rate from 7% to 6.625%, perhaps somewhere in there. But really, the effect that you really need to look at is you're paying $1,000 to drive your payment down $20 a month, something like that.
Yeah.
So the question is that $20 a month, which comes out to $240 a year, is that worth $1,000 of your money? And the answer is going to be different for different people.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that, like you said, the 20 or $25 a month. I mean, I don't know. If you're talking 40 payments before that $1,000 gets impacted, right?
Right. So if it's something where it's a sticking point where the person just thinks that they want to buy the rate down, sometimes explaining it to them that way in dollars and cents lets them know that, oh, it's not that big of a deal. So
Right.
it just depends upon where that money is better suited for you as the home purchaser, whether you're better off to have it in your cash reserves or perhaps for your moving expenses versus someone who might have plenty of liquidity. Maybe for them, maybe the rate is more important.
Ooh,
Maybe it
liquidity.
would
Is that a
make
dirty
more of a
word?
difference.
Liquidity? Holy smokes. I just got Mike. I always put it coming on to this point. I know rates are important. I do. I'm not pretending they're not. But the basic two things people need to know: one, what are they paying every month? Are they comfortable with it? Two, are they bringing their clothes in? Are they comfortable with that? That's it.
Right,
If you're
exactly.
comfortable with those things, then it's okay. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's comfortable with those things. So let me ask one more. Let me throw one more question. I got a question from somebody at text today. Do you kind of forecast what taxes will look like for somebody after they purchase a home? Do you kind of talk with them?
Yeah, absolutely. We look at what the payment's going to be starting off in the home, and then we also look at after the change in ownership. You're buying a home through Scott, and you purchase that home. What's going to happen to those taxes next year? And we can forecast that based upon what the city says the house is worth and what the municipality also says, whether the state. So it's what the state says the house is worth,
But the
and what
city
the
guy goes out.
yeah, and then what the municipality says is their tax rate. So we can determine what your future taxes will look like when you purchase the home and compare that with what it looks like now as you're trying to purchase it.
All right, so let me throw this out to the folks. Have your property taxes gone up? Give me a hell yeah or a heck no in the chat. Tell me. Have your property taxes suck? Paid mine yesterday. They do suck. They're not fun. They're not fun. They're not fun. They're not fun. Yeah, I had somebody text me that today. They're like, "Is it normal for the tax to go up this much?" And some of you work with, so I know you talked to them about it.
Yeah, sometimes taxes will go up quite a bit, and that's why it's important to know. I mean, they can in some cases they can double on the purchaser, and you have to know to look for that. If somebody has owned the home for say 20 years, it's going to be a substantial increase more than likely for the new purchaser. If the person just bought it a couple years ago, or they're using it as a rental, maybe the taxes hardly go up at all. Or perhaps if it's non-homesteaded, maybe it goes down. Yeah, these are things we look at with every purchaser, both upon what they're paying now, what they will pay at closing versus what taxes will go to. Very important thing to know for planning your ability to pay your mortgage.
Yeah, I got you. So, Jay, I'm going to field this real quick while even though I got Mike on. So, in my opinion, homes are not selling because values have increased quite a bit along with interest rates and credit scoring. Let me tell you this: I put a house up on Friday in Belleville. Okay, it's a beautifully decorated home. The lady has an HGTVI, but it's not a big house. We listed it for 2099, went for 260. Okay, or over at least over 255, between 255 and 260. So it has nothing to do with that. Homes are selling, right? There's just not enough of them. There's not enough of them. So if people have a ton of equity in your house and you're going downward or you're consolidating, like I say it this way, Jay, let me put it to you this, and this is why I try to be honest about stuff. The person that's okay in this market is somebody who inherited a house, people that are consolidating two houses like into one, things like that. The move up buyer is taking an ass whooping right now. He just is. The rates are different, right? Same with the move down. If I'm moving down to that new rate, I got 3 or 4 and I'm moving down to 7. That's dumb. It's kind of but the thing that makes people move is changing your life. Isn't that right, Mike?
Right. That's the one constant that you can count on that everyone's going to have to deal with. There's going to be a percentage of home sellers on the market that are having to relocate, having to, there's other things. There's some things that you can avoid to change, but there's that base people that have to change. And so they have to sell. So that's your basis for say half the market. And then and at times when things are really moving, there's a lot of people that want to sell because of affordability. I mean, think about how many times we talked about affordability in the market that we used to be and how affordable it was because of where rates were. We look like geniuses about that now because here we are with affordability really being challenged today, you know.
No, it definitely is.
But it's also being challenged for the renter. So it's not like just because affordability on mortgages isn't tremendous right now, affordability on rentals in our market is even worse.
Yeah. So just to answer that question real quick, do you have to have a plane crash rider on your insurance? Oh, that's a rough one. Second is it only covers MiGs. I don't know if you're in Russia, buddy, but MiG-28, Tom Cruise handled that way back in 1984, 85. So I don't think
it was a MiG-23 that crashed last week here.
Was it really?
Yeah, at the air show.
Gee, man, he's aye. Michael, any other dimes you want to drop on for the folks?
No, I think we covered that. I think we really dug deep on that. So that's good.
All right, my friend. Well, listen, you are the very best. I will talk to you soon.
All right, you guys be good. Scott, you be good as well.
Throw some Mike in a chat. Give that man a send off. Talking real estate setup. Mike. Ooh, ha, ooh, ha, ooh, ha. A little Buster Rhymes for you right there. Oh, yeah. Brother, we'll see you later.
All right. See you, Scott.
Bye. Mike McLaughlin's always got a smile on his face, always enjoying life. Big Willie McGuire, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Okay. Kathy Cordy, good to see you as well. Ooh, we got some interesting Uncle Joe. Well, let's see. We got who else? We got Tim's in the house as always. Emily Miller's in the house. Emily Miller. Why does that sound familiar?
That's fine.
Oh, okay. Alicia Kurtz, all kinds of good people know how crowded it is. So, folks, if you're new to the show or if you haven't been here before, throw some comments in the chat. Let us know that you're here, okay? Let us know that you're here. All right, let's talk about the big deep dive, shall we? That ain't in the pictures. Now, guys, one of my number one things I always tell clients, okay? First thing we do is they come to the office, we talk about what they want to do. I show them a bunch of stuff online, and I let them sit in the at the computer and select every single property they always want. Every single property they always want, right? So pick as many as you like, that's fine. But my number one rule is we have to go look at it. We have to go look at it, okay? I don't think I've ever sold a property sight unseen before. I wouldn't feel comfortable with that, right? But let me tell you why. So I have an amazing photographer, okay? Hannah Cordy, who takes beautifully clear pictures that showcase the property. Let me give you an example of her work. So we had an open house this weekend. It was like a circus. There were so many people coming to check this place out because she made the house look so good. Now, they were clear shots, and the lady who owned the home, there were beautiful pictures, okay? They were beautiful, beautiful pictures, but the property was also, probably one of the top 2 decorated homes I've ever had listed before. The other one was my cousin in Canton. So between those two, just like you see it on HGTV is what you do. And I told her the same thing. I said, you should be a stager or some kind of interior decorator as well. So, but clear pictures get it done, because when a person gets there, it doesn't look any different. It doesn't look like, oh, this looks way different than the pictures, because I get that all the time. But here's some ones that I want you to think about, guys. Here's some ones that I want you to think about, and you tell me if you agree with this reason or not. So we'll call it 6 reasons. There's a bonus reason at the end. 6 reasons you got to go see a home. Number 1, real grass isn't that green. Okay, lots and lots and lots of times, especially it gets fall time or it gets early winter, they're changing the color of the grass. So a lot of times the grass looks a lot greener than it really should. So that should be hint number 1. So again, do you think so? Do you think that pictures on the good real estate websites have doctored up pictures and doctored up grass? Because they definitely do, guys. They definitely do. So give me a hell yeah in the chat if you agree. Give me a hell yeah in the chat if you agree. That's number 1. Number two. Pictures are always taken by 7-foot giants. Every time you see a picture, or at least 90% of the time, it's from way in the hell up here like this, okay? What do they got, giants running around taking the pictures? It's because they want to make the room feel big no matter what size it is. That's really what it is, guys. It's because they want the room to feel as big as it possibly can. But either way, you can't feel it. You can see, but you can't feel it. I mean, that's just the truth, right? That's the truth of it. Maximum effort photography. Yeah, you ain't kidding. I mean, I just don't understand that concept. Like, I want the people to see the room, what it looks like at their normal eye level. Okay. And again, that's why Hannah takes such good care of us. So that's number 2. Number 3, and this goes along with it. Nobody really knows what 11 by 10 feels like. They don't. Like, when you see a listing and it says the room is 12 by 10, you have no idea how that looks or feels till you get in that room and you look around a little bit and you walk to the corners and you go, oh, my bed would fit like this. Oh, my dressers would go here and here. Some people with their 7,000 pieces of furniture in their bedroom, this would fit here, that would fit here. You can't do that from a picture. Okay. If you could, the AI visual or virtual staging stuff that they put on some of these pictures would work, and it doesn't. Okay. So you gotta have somebody walk through the house to feel the dimensions of each room. Will it fit you? Will it fit your stuff? I also get a lot of people say they can't visualize. When you're in the room, it's a lot easier. When you're in the room, it's a lot easier. Okay. So that's number 3. Number 4, guys. Number 4. The pictures don't show the junkyard next door. Okay. The realtor controls all the pictures that they use. There's some pictures that I don't use. There's some pictures, very rarely, but there's some pictures that I don't use. If there is a junk dealer or 7,000 kid toys, or I was at a house in, where was this at? The house in Allen Park last week, we're at the end of a block by the freeway or something like that. And it was like 17 feral cats in the backyard. Like, those are the things you don't see in the pictures. There's lots of stuff that gets left out, right? Someone is controlling what you see online. They're showing you just what they want you to see to entice you to want to buy the house. If you go to the house and you see, think about all the ridiculous stuff that I put on What Realtors See, right? There's so many stupid things and weird things that people don't include in the pictures, or they take those from a faraway angle where you can't tell what it is, right? So that's number 4. Pictures don't show the junkyard next door. Number 5, the sellers are showing what they did with the space. Maybe they turned it into a kid's playroom, but you don't have kids, or your kids are all grown. That really doesn't help you to look at that. To walk the space and figure out what you want to do with it, sure. I mean, even like Shelly and I were kicking around a little bit with kids in college. Maybe when they go to college, you can use the room for something else. I don't know. Hopefully she doesn't see this, because I'll get in trouble. Yeah. So, but sellers are showing you what they did to the property, or the way they have things. Now, that could be beautifully pleasing to your eye. It really could. But, it also doesn't say what you want to do with it. Like, I was at a house today. Part of the garage was a grow room that had helped me splashed like Halloween weird horror stuff on the walls. It was weird. So that's what they do with that space. If you take it and change it to what you want, maybe it's different. So that's rule number 5. All right. Last one, most important one of all. Please etch this into your brain. Number 6. You can't smell the picture of the basement. Can't smell the basement from the picture, definitely. Can't go in the basement and go, oh, they had water down here. Oh my God. I was with a gentleman every single time we've gone out, the last 3 times we've gone out so far, he's had like 3 out of 4 wet basements or basements that had water damage or continue to have water damage. You can't tell that in the pictures, but you have to go look at it, or the freezer, or they come up with the freezer. That's true. That's true. Or the freezer. You ain't kidding. You ain't kidding. So those are the 6 reasons you have to go see a house. Pictures, positive or negative, don't do enough for it. Okay. Pictures, positive or negative, don't do enough for it. So that is 6 reasons you got to go see a house. All right. The second most important part of the show, this or that, this or that. I got no sign girl today, Jimmy. How about that?
Oh.
This or that, this or that. Up and down like chair aerobics over here. All right. Here we go. Water basement. How do you know they don't have a big ass water slide? You knew that was coming. Big ass water slide was coming. You knew that was coming. This or that, number 1. Okay. Best pictures to see online. Most important picture. Do you want to see a breaker box or you want to see the furnace? This or that, this or that side. This or that, this or that. Put my face up, make it better. This or that, this or that. What do you think? Breaker box or furnace? What do you think? Tim says furnace. Trace, you got to choose, buddy. You must choose. Kathy says furnace. What else? What do you think? Jay says breaker box, just to be a strange guy. Chris Bergeron says breaker box. Which one's most important to see, I guess? I mean, people put them in there. I try not to because it doesn't really, I saw that breaker box. Man, I got to get over there and see that house now, boy. What do you think? Furnace or breaker box? Furnace or breaker box? Tracy, he broke down and went the box. Breaker box, all right. What do you think? Breaker box or furnace? It's pretty much neck and neck right now. What do you think? Breaker box or furnace? Which one? This or that? This or that? Fuse box. All right. So box it is, ladies and gentlemen. Box it is on that one. Next, please tell me that you are informed on this show. Virtual tour or in-person tour? This or that? This or that? This or that? Virtual or in-person? What do you think? Virtual or in-person? Put it in the chat, please. This or that? This or that? Virtual tour with blueprints, please. Yeah, you're killing me. You got to go see it, buddy. You got to go see it. Virtual or in person. This was like a softball one for you. Chris Bergeron says in person. Just like you said, you can't smell the basement. You got to be in there in person. That's right. Tim says in person. Pat's still talking about furnaces. Steve says in person or virtual tour. This or that, this or that, this or that. What do you think? In person or virtual? In person or virtual? What do you think? I'll give 1 or 2 more votes and we'll go from there. Virtual or in person? Put it in the chat, please. Put it in the chat, please. All right. Not enough to knock your socks off. Last one. This one's crucial. This or that, this or that. Here we go. No picture of the basement or basement photos? Picture or no picture, call it, of the basement. Picture or no picture? Which one? Picture or no picture? Which one is it? Picture or no picture? Put it in the chat, please. Put it in the chat, please. Picture pages. Picture. Kathy says picture. Trace says picture. Zach Wilkowitz says picture. Chris Bergeron says picture. Tim says picture. Pictures or no picture of the basement. Julian Martinez in the house. Good to see you, my friend. P says picture. Want to see what's in the freezer? And you can smell the pictures. Yeah, I'm telling you, scratch and sniff. Like, yes, scratch and sniff. That's the end of this or that, this or that. Guys, if you learn nothing else, if there's no picture of the basement, then it means that the realtor is not showing the basement for a reason, for an absolute easy reason. Something stinks in Denmark. How about that? We'll throw it that way. All right. Let's go to the only reason people watch Talking Real Estate right now is what realtors see, because it's your chance to win millions of dollars on a scratch-off ticket, courtesy of Talking Real Estate and the Bergeron team. All you have to do, ladies and gentlemen, is provide the greatest knee slap, amazing dad joke caption you possibly can for the pictures we put out there, because that's what we're looking for. All right. So let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. It's Jay's favorite part of the show, he says. All right. Let's see what we got here for you today. All right. Pulling it up as we speak, ladies and gentlemen. This one is a personal favorite of mine. You'll probably enjoy it too. Saw it in a house in Allen Park this weekend. It was a nice big home, but then we saw this. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? I'll make it big for you. I'll make it big so you can see it. That is the stairs to the basement right there. That is the stairs to the basement right there. What do you think? What realtor see number one? What realtor see number one? Awesome. It comes with the mother-in-law suite. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Underground Railroad. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? That's the stairs to the basement right there. If you see the handrail, that's the stairs to the basement right there. This home features the coolest kids' playroom. Yeah, hey now. Whew, that's rough. Nice workbench. Again, that bottom thing in the bottom, that's a handrail to the basement, guys. It's a handrail. I'll back that out a little bit so you can see it. That is the handrail to the basement stairs right there. That is the handrail to the basement stairs right there. What do you think? What realtor see? What realtor see number one? A little too much spray foam. That's wool or something, man. That's not spray foam. That's wool texture stuff. Like that's almost like carpet on the walls. Looks like the highway to hell right there with a handrail. Highway to hell with a handrail. Sauna, okay. I'll give you 30 seconds, guys. I'll give you 30 seconds. What realtor see? Your job, again, is to caption this picture. That's your job. Your job is to caption this picture. Put on the big, didn't see the basement. Then I changed my mind. Murder Mystery Basement Edition. Jeez. Yeah, it was weird. Like, I don't know what that's for. I don't know what the use is. I really don't. You got 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the winner is Sheep Mystery. What happened to the sheep that made that basement possible? What happened to the sheep that made that basement possible? Kathy Cordy, you are number one winner so far. All right, number two. Let me make sure it's a good one. That was good. That's a little slow, but you got it. That was a good one. There it is. There's a good one right there. Saw this one. I went back to this one to inspect it today. So they actually are buying this house. How about that one, ladies and gentlemen? How about that? How about that one? What realtor see number two? What realtor see number two? What do you got for us? Your job is to caption that picture, make us slap knees, go crazy, giggle, and laugh. If Shelly giggles, you might get extra. We'll see. Circus. Carnival Funhouse. Room throwback from the 70s. This is the Memphis Blues Clues stage. That's pretty good. Oh, what do you think, guys? I walked downstairs again. Luckily, the guy's a painter because he can change all that stuff. What realtor see number two? What realtor see number two? Do you want what's behind door number two? What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? What do you think? Late night, too much to drink. Yeah. The raspberry tastes like raspberry. Willy Wonka. That's pretty good. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Looks like they felt Soul Train there. 3, 2, 1. And the winner is the raspberries taste like raspberries from Willy Wonka. That is Zach Wilkowitz right there. Zach Wilkowitz, you're the winner of What Realtor See number two. All right, last one, guys. Last one. Last chance at millions and millions of dollars. I think it's this one. Let's see. Yeah, it's this one here. This one you have to look at very carefully, okay? You got to look at very carefully. This one you got to look at a little more carefully. There it is. You got to look at it a little more carefully. What realtor see number three? What realtor see number three? What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? What do you think? What realtor seat number 3? What realtor seat number 3? None.
That picture.
Huh?
Our bonus picture today.
Oh, Jesus. We have a bonus picture.
Yeah.
I didn't do it. A mouse lives here. Yes, it does. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. What do you think, guys? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? All you need is a pair of eyes glaring out. You ain't kidding. Jeez. Underwear checker. Oh, wow. So grandma can get some fresh air. That's rough. Jeez. 30 seconds, guys. 30 seconds. Again, I saw this and just kind of was like, huh? I saw that and I was like, huh? Holy smokes. Oh, yeah. All right. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the winner is, all you need is a pair of eyes glaring out of there. Tracy Schultz, you are the winner of What Realtor Seed number 3. You were the winner of What Realtor Seed number 3. All right, guys. So it's definitely been a fun show as always. Next week, we may or may not be going off site. We'll see. I got some things in the works a little bit here. The after show, I got a great story and a picture for you. So make sure, if you have not joined already, make sure that you join Talking Real Estate, the Facebook group, if you have not joined it yet. Today's after show will be a little story from the road that I had an inspection today, and actually some picture proof. So I'm Scott.
I'm Shelly.
And we're talking real estate. See ya.